Successful drywall finishers have always been hard workers, but to keep ahead in today's highly competitive workplace, you also have to work smart. The proper tools help you do that by enabling you to complete jobs faster and easier. And that's exactly what Tape Tech automatic taping and finishing tools are designed to do. When you use Tape Tech tools, not only will you complete taping and finishing in record time, but the work will be of consistently high quality as well. Place your other hand over the open end of the tube for steering and control. When taping horizontal joints, start in one corner. Hold the taper straight out from the wall with both drive wheels pressed against the wall. Roll the taper steadily down the center line of the joint, allowing the head of the taper to lead. This makes tracking and control easier. About 12 inches out from the corner, lower the bottom end of the taper slightly. Continue to roll along the joint, but with only the lower drive wheel in contact with the wall. The procedure is similar for ceilings. Use both drive wheels on the joint for the first 6 inches. Then, engage the creaser wheel and tilt the bottom of the taper at a slight angle, leaving only one drive wheel in contact with the drywall surface. The creaser wheel will stick the tape firmly in place until you wipe it down. As before, lead with the head of the taper. Move along the joint and stop approximately 3 inches from the end. Cut the tape and roll out the remaining tab to the end. For vertical joints, start at the bottom with the taper parallel to the floor. As soon as possible, lead with the head of the taper and tilt the bottom end toward you at about 45 degrees to make tracking and control easier. It is important to wipe down all the flats before taping the corners and angles. In corners and angles, start with a longer tab of tape. Run out a few inches along the angle and then engage the creaser wheel to guide the tape into the angle. Keep both drive wheels in solid contact with the adjacent wall surfaces and the taper running in a straight line. If you twist the head, the tape will slide. In the first few feet, the creaser wheel will drag the tape slightly, taking up the extra tab length. With a little practice, you can control this drag by the amount of pressure you apply to the creaser wheel. Ease off pressure on the creaser wheel as you run the rest of the angle. Use the extended creaser wheel to tuck in the end of the angled tape. The second step in the taping operation is to wipe down the bedding coat. As we mentioned, it is important to wipe all the flats before proceeding to the angles. To wipe down corners or angles, use the angle roller and the 3-inch angle head. Remember to first prime these angle tools by applying mud to the wheels of the angle roller and then filling the cavities on the angle head. The angle roller beds the tape into the corner and forces out excess compound. Bisect the angle with the handle and advance in short strokes from the center out to the ends. Since wet tape stretches a little, starting from the middle avoids wrinkles and bunching up of the tape. After rolling the angle, use the angle head with its ball end handle to distribute the compound evenly over the tape and feather the edges. Keep the bend of the handle positioned to allow for freedom of movement, with the pointed end of the angle head forward. Bisect the angle with even pressure on both sides. The spring action of the head works effectively to compensate for angles that may be just over or under 90 degrees. These two tools finish the bedding coat, except in corners where the ceiling and wall angles meet. Use a drywall knife to detail these corners. Overnight
Nasıl? Kolay bu.
Schön.
Hızlı.
Ha?
Hızlı. Hızlı.
Harika mı? That's good. Böyle bir kat yetiyor mu? Sonra bir daha tekrar.
Bir kat da bitir.